Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mary Radke. I am here tonight at Awakening Grace with Vanessa Herrig, Director of the not-for-profit organization based in Orange City, Iowa.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good.
You have a busy schedule coming up.
I do. I really do. It's been busy around here for sure.
Well, that's a good way to have things.
Yes,
you know
absolutely.
You're moving on.
Yep.
We're talking about Awakening Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell us a little bit about what Awakening Grace is?
Yes, so Awakening Grace was founded in 2015 by Nikita Klyer and Rosalind Punt. They both had losses. One was at about 16 weeks and one was at about 23, 24 weeks. And they were some friends, both of them were friends, and they realized that in Northwest Iowa there just isn't enough resources to give families of loss. So they founded Awakening Grace, got it registered as a 501c3, and they started out really focusing on doing care packages for families just because they thought that that was a big need, just to really give that family that comfort right at the initial start of a loss. So Awakening Grace, we encourage families during the loss of a pregnancy or infancy to grieve bravely, heal gently, and remember boldly.
I think that is the coolest statement there.
Yeah.
Because it takes you through all of those aspects.
And those stages that you go through when you have a loss.
Yes. And to put those adjectives with each of those stages is so perfect. My compliments to the author of that.
Absolutely.
That's just the best.
Yeah, Nikita and Rosalind, they really, they built Awakening Grace on their losses, and they truly made every single thing that they put into this organization, they did it with their heart. And I'm forever thankful for them for starting Awakening Grace in 2015. And in 2019, this is how I got connected with them. In 2019, I became pregnant with my first child with my husband. We were so excited. My husband has a son, so he was excited to be a big brother in our household. But I became pregnant, and I was ecstatic. I was so excited. I mean, I cannot tell you. I was so excited. And we went in for our first ultrasound on November 1 of 2019. And they were doing the ultrasound. Everything looked okay. But then I noticed that when she went to do the heartbeat, she closed out of it really quickly. And I thought it was really strange. I didn't understand why she did it so quickly. And in that moment, like, my heart just started beating super fast, and I was very worried. And I remember her saying that she was going to be back in a minute. And I looked at my husband, and I just looked at him. I couldn't even say anything because I knew something was wrong. And the ultrasound tech came back, and she had said, "I'm sorry, I can't find a heartbeat." And in that moment, my entire world stopped. It was one of the hardest times of my life, I will admit. We were supposed to be 9 weeks along. They had said that baby stopped growing at 6 weeks and 4 days. They could not find a heartbeat. Baby did not move. That was on a Friday. The ultrasound tech told me to be prepared to start laboring at home, and they sent me home. On Monday, I ended up making an appointment with my my primary care provider, and they did some blood work, and it took about a week to fully confirm that I had lost my baby. My HCG levels, the hormone that tells you that you're pregnant, it was steadily decreasing, so that showed that my baby was no longer alive. I had what is called a missed miscarriage. It's where your body tells you that you are still pregnant, but your baby has passed. So your body kind of holds on to that pregnancy and doesn't want to let it go. So that's why I didn't have the active labor right away like some losses do. So that's why it was so weird to me, because I thought I was still growing a baby and my baby had passed. So then right at Thanksgiving of 2019, I actively gave labor to my baby. I labored at home, so I gave birth to my baby in my bathroom by myself. And that is something that I don't want any mother to have to do themselves ever again, if I can help it. It was excruciating, mentally, physically, and emotionally. It was scary. It was terrifying. It was emotional. It was all of the emotions and feelings that you think it would be times 10. I mean, it was just awful. And so yeah, I dealt with that. It was very, very hard. I became suicidal. I really, really did. I admit that to families of loss, because I went in a very dark, deep place. And a lot of mothers do too after a loss. Not all of them will admit it, but I will, because I know that those feelings that I have were so real that it's not something that I need to hide from. Thankfully, Nikita, with Awakening Grace, she had heard about my loss, and she had given me a care package and a miscarriage recovery kit right away. So I was able to try to find my baby through everything that I passed while laboring. I never was able to find my baby. The doctors think, since my baby was gone for so long inside of me before I did labor, everything, that they think baby's tissue just was a little bit too fragile, and I just wasn't able to find the whole baby. So that does still eat me alive. But I'm so thankful for Awakening Grace for giving me that care package and giving me that opportunity to try to find my baby. Because at the end of the day, I mean, the bear that I received, which was just like this one, I hugged it a lot at night when I was crying, trying to fall asleep. And just the resources that they had inside of the care package really helped me get through each day. The book that I read and everything, it really just got me through the day, just realizing that I'm not alone. I'm not the only mother that has gone through this, unfortunately. So yeah, that all happened in November of 2019, and then in December of 2019, I purchased a whole bunch of fuzzy socks and donated them to Awakening Grace, because that is actually one of the things that we put in our care packages.
Fuzzy socks for Mom?
Yeah. So,
okay,
I will show you. Okay, I will show you. So, I literally purchased 56 fuzzy socks, because in our care packages we include comfort items for Mom, just because we know that what she's going through is so physically hard, and a lot of the time when you're going through a loss, you're just surviving. You're not really taking care of yourself. So fuzzy socks is one of the things that we have in the care package. So yeah, I purchased 56 of them and I donated them. And then in, I think it was March or April of 2020, Nikita and I had met to talk about, I wanted to volunteer. She had said that she was looking for an operations director to try to help out in the office and help get everything completed, you know, care packages sent out, things like that. So I had then, in May of 2020, we made it public that I was the operations director.
Oh, okay.
So ever since then, I've been doing all of this behind the scenes stuff and fundraising and everything. So yeah, I'd love to show a care package.
I would love to see a care package.
Okay, so this is what we send out the most of. So our care packages are really focused on mom, just because we know that sometimes the father may not be in the picture. Otherwise, dads, we do offer resources for them too. So sometimes it's hard to know if there's a father, you know, in the household. So we mainly focus on mom, just because we know what she is going through is very physical and very emotional and mental as well. So we really focus on her. But when they open up a care package, there is all of these items inside. Let's go ahead and set it there. So when they open it up, they'll see this is a paper that explains every single thing that we include and why we include them. Just because we really think that explaining why each item is important, just that the mom can sit down and really understand that this is why we handpicked every single thing that we put in this care package. It normally takes me about 20 minutes per box because I handpick every single thing that I put in the box, and then I try to handwrite a note as well to the family. So it takes me a little bit to do each box. So yes, that is what is included, as well as our business card, just so that they are able to contact us if they would like. We encourage families to contact us, just because I like to personally check up on the mom and the dad and the family members and just see how they're doing. You know, how the grieving process, healing, and remembering process is going for them. Just because each family member, each parent, you know, goes through those stages at different times. So I just like to walk beside them and just make sure that they're doing okay while they are going through that journey of grieving, healing, and remembering their baby. And then we also, so what we're really known for is our memorial bears. These are handmade by our seamstresses. They are beautiful. They give the family members a tangible item to hug. Like I had mentioned earlier, my bear spent a lot of time in my arms. Late at night when I couldn't sleep and I was crying, I would hug my bear a lot, and honestly just kind of try to, almost therapeutically, I would talk to the bear as if I was talking to my baby, and I'd, you know, say, at that time I felt a lot of guilt, so I would say that I was sorry and that I wish I could have held on to them longer. And with time I've learned that it wasn't my fault. But yes, the bears give a tangible item to hold and remember.
Just beautiful.
Yes, and they are all different. I will admit, not a single bear is the same. We make them out of donated wedding gowns. We actually have a couple hundred wedding gowns in storage right now.
Oh, wow.
So we've ran out of room to store them. But about once a year or so we will open up donations for the wedding gowns. And we like to get a nice thick satin wedding gown donated to us so that we are able to make these beautiful bears. And then also we just have some comfort items for the mom. Like I said, the fuzzy socks, just to help comfort, make her feel comfortable during such a hard time.
Soft and warm.
Absolutely, that's the goal.
Snuggly about fuzzy socks.
Exactly.
If you don't wear fuzzy socks, you need to try, because fuzzy socks, no matter the circumstances, there's just something comforting about them.
Yes, so, absolutely.
Great thought.
Yes.
Great thought.
Yes, and then we just include other things, some tissues. We make our own candles that are forget-me-not flower scented. I make these with some of my volunteers.
Wow.
Yep.
So you have volunteer days.
We do. We do have workshop days.
Okay.
Yes, we do. And it's awesome. I love them. They're my favorite kind of days. And then we also have a local family that makes goat milk lotion and products for us. So this is the Big Red Barn goat milk lotion. And then we also have their chapstick. Like I said, during a loss, you're not taking care of yourself. So to have these little items to try to encourage the mom to take care of herself, even though it's difficult, is just something that we truly feel is important to make sure that she is taking care of herself and doing what she needs to do each day to get through the day. And then just some a lotion bar for the shower. And then we have a hair scrunchie. Like me, when I was having my loss, I found myself to get nauseous. So having my hair pulled back so that I didn't have to worry about it was a nice added little thing to comfort me, so I didn't have to worry about it. And then a keychain. These we like to say are for the dads, if there is a father at home. They have words like strength, courage, and hope on them. This one just so happens to have strength on it. And then we have some baby's breath seeds that we encourage the families to plant in memory of their baby. And then we are very well known for our Vibella bracelets.
Vibella.
So Vibella is out of Sioux Center.
Okay.
They also, so some of their products come from overseas in third world countries, like Africa and places like that, that they employ. So Vibella is out of Sioux Center. They make these beautiful bracelets for us, and they actually send some of their work overseas for third world artists and artisans. They make jewelry and sell it, and then a portion of that goes back to the poverty-stricken parts in the world. So they do an amazing job at making these. We have certain little charms and everything on them, and then we give the birth charm a spot right down by the baby's feet. We're often contacted saying that the mothers will wear these every single day after their loss, just because they mean so much to them. So it makes us feel very proud that we offer these bracelets to the mothers. And then, yeah, we just have a couple other little items in there, some snack items that we include. I tell people it kind of gives me a little laugh, but when I had my loss, I started crying when I opened up the little box and saw that there was Oreos and chocolate chip cookies in there, because I felt like Awakening Grace understood me, that I didn't want to eat anything, I didn't want to do anything, but just that little comfort food really helped me get through the day of many that I had a hard time. So, and then we also just include journals, and then we also include books. Books are great resources in our eyes. We like to include, if for fathers, we like to include a book for fathers. We have several different ones that we choose from. We like to offer the dads resources because we know it's not just the mom that is struggling, it's also the father. And then we include books for the mom. We have lots of different books that we suggest. So I try to include one book per care package if I can. And then we also, if there are siblings in the house, so if the parents already had children, we then like to include a book for the siblings that explains that they had a little sibling, but their little sibling is no longer with their mom. So it just explains it in a nice, gentle way as to what happened to their sibling. And then for each sibling, we will include handmade bunnies.
Is there a meaning behind the bunny?
So the bunny is because of that story. Okay. That story is what we give out each time. It is really the most gentle, kind way of explaining what a loss is. It does not have any religious beliefs tied into that story, so it's nice to give out to families just because we don't have to worry about any contradicting religious beliefs in that book. So that is a very, very great book for us to offer families when they have previous children in the home.
Wonderful thought.
Absolutely. So yes, then we include those. Yeah,
So one for each sibling.
Yes, so I've had boxes where I had to do a bigger box because there was like 5 or 6 siblings, but I include one per sibling. So it's a great little item for them to also hold and you know, talk to. If they're having a bad day, they can talk to their little bunny like they'd be talking to their little sibling. So we think that's really important. And then I do want to also show you, we offer not only our bears are made out of donated gowns, but we also offer burial gowns and suits. So that is going to be for if they are choosing to bury their child and they want to have their child dressed in an outfit. I'll have you hold this one. So these are little gowns that we offer for little girls.
The little bonnet.
Yes.
Oh.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
And each one is individual and different. And that's what I love about them is each wedding dress gives you a different design, and it's so beautiful and almost like an angelical feeling to it.
Yeah, angelic. That's a very excellent description of these little white gowns. Covered in lace applique and pearls and I'm gonna say bling, but that's not the right word.
It's okay. They're beautiful. I mean, they really are. There's no other words to describe them besides beautiful, honestly. And then we do also do for little boys. So just a couple different sizes that we have here, Mary. These are for little boys.
Oh, these
and
are
then
so cute.
Also for a little, this is a little suit. So, yes, it has the vest and everything. Just beautifully made by our seamstress volunteers. And yes, we like to offer these if, you know, we know of the loss in enough time. We like to offer them to the families when they are talking to the funeral homes about arrangements. We do offer sizes up to about a year old. We serve right away at conception all the way up to about a year old of loss, so pregnancy and infancy. We have helped in the past. It was a 21-month-old loss, so we didn't cut it off right at 1 year. I mean, so
it's just as tragic.
Yes, we like to consider every loss. If they need support, love, comfort, financial assistance, we like to do what we can. And that is another thing that we offer is financial assistance. Some families have a very difficult time after the loss, not only for medical bills, but then to cremate their child, bury their child, whatever they choose to do, it can become very financially burdening. So we like to help lessen that burden by writing a check to some families if they need that assistance. So that is just some of the services that we provide. I have also personally gone into homes and spoke with families, done some consoling, counseling. I don't want to say I'm not a professional, but I've been through what they've been through, so I kind of consider it some consoling counseling. Just
Kinship?
Yes, absolutely. Just to sit beside them and say, I know what you're feeling, you're not alone. Mm-hmm. I like to follow up with families if I can. Mm-hmm. I have mothers that I communicate with that had a loss a year ago. I have mothers that I communicate that had a loss 3 months ago. And to me, each one is different, but each one is important to make sure that they are going through the journey of grief, healing, and remembering their child in a supportive and healthy way.
Sounds like you're doing a really good job.
I try.
So, and from experience, this is fabulous. And here we are in Orange City, so from the ashes, things rise.
Absolutely.
You said earlier,
mm-hmm.
if you think you need us, if you think we can help, contact us.
Absolutely.
How would somebody do that?
Okay, so yes. if you have a friend that has a loss, or you have a loss, or you know of someone that has a loss, just simply reach out to us. A lot of people reach out to us on Facebook.
Okay.
That is kind of our number one outreach way, is on Facebook, on social media.
Okay.
So they can just simply message us on Facebook and let us know, hey, I had a friend that had a loss, what do I do? And then I send them a link. It's a HIPAA compliant link, so all information is safe. It would tell us the person that's referring them. So you would be referring your friend, so you would fill out your name, today's date, and then you would fill out your friend's information. So the name, address, if you know how many weeks gestation or how old the baby was. And then just ask a few questions about the loss. Boy, girl, unknown, the genders. When it happened, was it yesterday? Was it a month ago? Just so that we have an idea for the birthstone and, how raw the emotions are of the family. We like to kind of know, where they are at maybe in their journey of grieving. And then we just have a couple other questions about if they need a burial gown or suit, if they need financial assistance, we offer photography. So we've had a few times where the family would like someone to come into the hospital and photograph their baby before they get taken to the funeral home, or photograph the birth. So we have some photographers that are willing to do that for us. And just other services, whatever service that we can give them, it just kind of asks you which ones you would like for your friend or your family member or yourself. And then it does give the option for a monetary donation to help cover the costs of some things or shipping. Not needed, just a suggestion. It definitely is not needed to give any amount when sending out a care package. So yeah, that's the one thing that we would need you to do, is fill out that referral. And then it goes back to, then I get that referral and I would complete the care package and whatever the family needs. Otherwise, we do have a website. We are actually currently updating our website. So our website that we have is still available, but the new one will be up and coming, that you can just find on Google.
Okay.
And then also people contact me directly as well. So you can always reach out to me, Vanessa Herrig. My phone number is 712-344-2149. I have a lot of people just reach out to me on Facebook, via my phone number, or however way that they can get to me. And then I will, walk them through the process of getting all that information for their family member or loved one. So,
and I'm sure that just knowing how, not just where or who, but how to get there is a little bit of peace too. It just takes away the frustration. So thank you for telling us about that. So now you've talked about these books aren't donated, I'm sure.
I get some donated. So I do actually post on our Facebook when we need donations. And thankfully, I have a lot of people that do donate. Sometimes more than others. But yes, otherwise we are purchasing the books. We are purchasing the boxes. We are purchasing, the polyfill that goes into the bears. Each box that we send out costs about $60, give or take. Sometimes, hopefully less if we get some things donated. And then shipping costs normally about $10 to $18 on average. It depends, because we do serve nationwide. So it depends on where it's going in the nation and how much I include because of the weight.
Right.
So, yeah, it can get expensive, but it's a very big need, that's for sure.
Yes, it is. But you guys aren't completely solely dependent on just donations.
Correct.
You're very active.
Yes. Yes, I am.
What's coming? What's coming?
So, So we have, this is going to be our second annual Carnival for Kids. So we are raising money for kids gone too soon at the Carnival for Kids. That is going to be on May 6th in Granville. Here is one of our flyers. So we are going to have a very busy day, and it is going to be a great day. I'm so excited. Last year it went over very well. So we have, what do I want to say, activities for not only kids but adults. So everything starts at 11 a.m. on May 6th in Granville. Our carnival games and inflatables went over so good last year. It was so much fun. So we have inflatables. We have all sorts of different games for different ages. So some of the games can be for like a 1-year-old, and some of them can even be for a teenager. It is such a great range of availability for the kids.
So needed.
It is.
Range, and it's so hard.
Yeah, it is, but we are able to accomplish that just by different games and the different inflatables that we have. So it's great to offer that. That is going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the carnival games and inflatables. So for that, it is going to be $10 for a 12 punch card.
Okay.
So 12 punches for $10. Each game is a punch. There's lots of prizes though available. It's
Really?
Super great. Yeah.
You mean I can go and win something?
Absolutely.
Oh,
yes. So
I
a lot.
love, besides just food to take
Yes.
home.
Yes. No. The kids always love it. There's lots of bouncy balls. What else? Inflatable swords and necklaces and Play-Doh. Just different age appropriates. The poppets.
Oh.
Teenagers kind of are into the poppets. 9, 10-year-olds, 8-year-olds. They really like the poppets. So we have a lot of those available as well. And that is going to be sponsored by Rorda Dairy and Holtrip Excavation. They were very kind enough to help cover the costs of all of that.
That is incredible.
I know. I am so lucky.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys.
Wonderful. That's
yes.
awesome.
Yes, they were very generous in helping with that. And then we also are going to have a petting zoo from 11 to 2. So we will have different animals that the children can interact with. That is going to be free. So just bring the kids, do some carnival games, do the petting zoo. Looking at having a miniature pony.
Ooh.
And then looking at some goats and just animals like that. Then you can get right up in there, touch them, have some fun. It was a great hit last year.
No,
so.
it's always a hit.
I know.
The petting zoo is the best.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Whose petting zoo is it?
So it's just a local family over by Archer,
Okay.
Fran and her husband. So they said that they were going to bring some of their animals, and I said, hey, let's do it. So
Awesome.
I'm super excited for that. So, and then we also are going to do our concession stand. Food. You
What's
gotta
a
love
carnival
food.
without
I know,
food?
right, exactly. So that'll be running all day, you guys. Gonna be hamburgers, hot dogs, taco in a bag, popcorn, ice cream, Mr. Freezy's.
The perfect carnival.
Exactly,
concession stand.
exactly. So we're gonna have all the goods available. Very well priced. Hot dogs at $1.
Wow.
You know, so it'll be very easy to feed your family and not spend a fortune. So definitely come hungry if you can, because we'll have some great stuff at the concession stand.
Yeah.
So, and then also moving down, we have the Awakening Grace store. So it's kind of our take on a silent auction.
Okay.
So you just walk in, there'll be tables full of goodies, goodie baskets, homemade treats like cupcakes, cookies, meat bundles from local lockers, and processing plants, handmade items, Awakening Grace apparel, you know, shirts, things like that, we will have, and they will all have a price tag on them. Also, any businesses that donate a gift card, things like that, they will have a price tag on them, like a discounted price. So then you just pick up whatever you would like, bring it over to the cash register, and then just pay for everything. Go put it in your car, and then come back and continue having fun.
So it's not quite an auction. It's just a.
It's really just a
little
store.
Little
yeah,
market.
yeah. So it was kind of last year. Having a silent auction can sometimes be hard because if someone needs to leave for nap time, or they have something else going on that day and they weren't able to stay around.
Right.
It kind of was a little bit of, I don't want to say an issue, but kind of, you know, you felt bad. So then that's kind of our new take on it is, yeah, it's just like a little market store.
So the key here is to come early, pay big.
Yes, yes. So it'll be great. Like I said, we have some great meat bundles available with coolers.
Ooh, okay.
So they will be very nice to have a new Coleman cooler and have $100 worth of meat inside. You know, so we'll be pricing it at discounted prices. So yeah, come early, come at 11 and check it all out and get what you want. And then, like I said, bring it out to your car and then come back and continue on with the day.
The cooler will keep it.
Absolutely. And we do also have fridges at the park in the shelter house.
Okay.
So if it is a concern for any meat that is purchased, you can always just keep it in the fridge or the freezer. So not an issue at all.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes. And then we will be having alcohol. We had it last year.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we do like to say that it is given to us by the Granville Improvement Club. I should say the Granville Improvement Club sells the beer, and then they actually do donate a portion of what they sell back to us. Last year they wrote a very generous check to us as a donation from what they sold. So it was great to have that option for adults. So yes, I'm very thankful for the Granville Improvement Club that they're offering this again this year.
That gives it the other side, not just the kid focus, but...
Exactly, but you have to bring an ID. They will ID. So if you don't
Even
look...
with my gray hair.
Well, maybe they'll let you slide,
Okay.
but yes, they do ID everyone. So make sure that you got an ID along. So
Good. That's a good practice. Keeps everybody out of trouble.
Yes. So then that brings us to the adult bags cornhole tournament.
Ooh.
So that was a very big hit as well last year. So check-in is at 11, and then we'll be playing at 11:30 sharp.
Oh, okay.
But we are asking people to pre-register this year so that we know how many teams we're gonna have.
Sure.
So if they go onto our Facebook page, they'll be able to get that link to register. It's going to be $30 a team.
Okay.
2-person teams. And then, yeah, must register by May 4. The payout is big this year. I'm talking...
Payout.
Yes. So first place is $300.
$300.
Yeah.
That's 10 times the entry fee.
I know.
Wow.
Isn't that
Wow.
great? So
That's awesome.
that is going to be sponsored by Mind, Body, and Soul by Trinity and the psychic medium Trinity Lace. She's from Sioux Falls, and she supports Awakening Grace a lot. So she is sponsoring the $300. And then second place is going to be $220. And that is sponsored by Whole Trip Excavation.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're really supportive.
Yes,
of this event.
yes, they are.
Where is Whole Trip Excavation?
So that they are out of Sheldon.
Okay.
So, yes, they had a loss themselves. So they have been very generous to Awakening Grace, and we really appreciate that. So, yeah, I'm super excited. Like I said, this is great to have all these sponsors. And yeah, third place, $110. That is sponsored by the Corner Can Redemption in Sheldon.
Okay.
Where you can bring in your pop cans and get reimbursed for that.
Okay.
Fourth place is going to be $80, and that is sponsored by the Hazlett family. They are from Ashton.
Okay.
They are really big volunteers of mine, so they also had offered to sponsor fourth place. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Wow.
And then we are also paying fifth place.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Nobody pays the fifth place.
I know, but fifth place is going to be $40. And that's sponsored by TR's Black Soil Blend. They're in Granville. They make homemade spices for grilling and smoking.
Oh.
Yes, and then he also smokes a lot of meat and even like cheese curds and cheese and all sorts of stuff. He does an amazing job. His name is Tom Roeder. He does a great job. He supported Awakening Grace last year at the first annual Carnival for Kids, and he's doing it again. So...
Yeah, seasonings. Wow.
Yeah.
He's got to bring a little store of his own.
Absolutely.
So that, the attendees of this can get a little sniff or a little flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Some samples.
Yeah, he told me actually he was going to be, he's donating a 10 or 20 pound, I can't remember now, of a smoked pork loin.
Oh,
he's
wow.
donating that to the Awakening Grace store, and then he said he'd probably donate some seasonings or stuff like that as well. So I am very excited to see what he donates again this year.
I'm wondering, maybe that would be a really awesome thing to go with the hot dogs and hamburgers.
Right? And just put a little something. Yes. Yes. And then, Mary, I did want to also mention that we are doing some raffles this year as well.
Oh.
Last year we did a big raffle. And this year we are doing that raffle and another one as well. So we're doing the raffle. It is for Green Mountain Grill pellet smoker grill. It's the Ledge Prime version. So it is a really big pellet smoker grill. Jess Food Service and Equipment in Sheldon donated part of that grill to us.
Wow.
So it is going to be a great raffle.
Huge.
Yes.
Yes.
So that raffle, you do not need to be present to win.
Okay.
So feel free to contact me for to get your name on a raffle ticket. They're going to be $10 a piece. We're selling 300 of them.
Okay.
But you get your chance to win 3 items. We're doing that big smoker grill that has a packet of pellets. So that is a very big value.
Yeah.
And then we also are going to do a meat bundle. So I have Bob and Scott's in Primgar. They are going to do a meat bundle. So it sounds like that's going to be the meat bundle that I put in this raffle. And then we are also doing a seasoning kit for grilling, smoking, you know, cooking, whatever. Just a little packet of different seasonings. And so you'll have 3 options. And we'll draw 3 tickets out of those 300. So if all of them are sold, you have a 1 in 100 chances of winning at least 1 item. So, yeah, $10 a ticket. Last year they sold great. We sold them all last year. But the key is you don't have to be present to win. So buy 10 tickets, and even if you're not available there that day, we can always call you and ask you which prize you want. So
yeah.
So yes, just contact me for those. And then we're also doing a couple little different raffle items for the day of. Just $5 a ticket.
Okay.
And yeah, just have a few different options and just kind of as a little small raffle. So those you do have to be present to win.
Okay.
But yeah, they're just kind of nice, cheap little raffle.
Sure.
So yeah.
Just a little sidebar to pay attention to while you're having a couple of cocktails and beers and
exactly
throwing a beanbag.
Exactly. Yeah. So the beanbag tournament went over great last year, and I'm hoping it'll be a big hit again this year. And yeah, the carnival, that's the nice part. You can be playing some beanbags. The kids can be playing in the carnival games. You know, you have lunch available. You got beer, you got pop, drinks, Gatorade. You have all sorts, you have everything available. Just come,
Playground,
support.
place to sit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just come and support us. And like I said, it'll be a great day. So
it sounds like it's an amazingly planned. And you know, I may not want to drink beer, but I'd love to be there. Is there something else I can do?
Absolutely. Just kind of just hanging around. Some of the parents will kind of follow their kids around, see what the kids are doing. But yeah, even if you aren't available for the May 6th, even just if you can volunteer anytime with us. You know, I have lots of events that go on, lots of fundraisers, and I also, not necessarily a fundraiser, but a work day. You know, to where we cut out this fabric, put the bears together, cut this fabric out, put the burial gowns and suits together. So there is lots of opportunities to volunteer with us, and we really do need the volunteers. Even on that May 6th day, I need about 18 more volunteers to make that day successful. The volunteers, if you're willing and able to on May 6th, we have 2 different shifts that you can come and do.
Okay.
So we have an 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., so just 2 hours.
Okay.
And then we have 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And kind of all that I need you to do is sit by a carnival game. When a kid walks up and brings you the punch card, you grab it, you just punch it. You help them play the game, whether it's throwing a beanbag or, you know, throwing a ball or whatever the game entails.
Right.
And then you help them pick out a prize, which we have buckets full of prizes. And then you just do the next kid as well. So it just, we have chairs available, so if you have downtime, you can sit down, visit with the person beside you.
Great way to get acquainted with people.
Absolutely, and I tell people, grab a friend, bring a friend, tell them to volunteer with you. You know, it's a great way to give back if you need community service hours for anything. And really, it's only 2 hours. If you can do the 4 hours, great. But if you can do 2 hours, I mean, it's pretty minimal. And then we do give you some AG money to go use at the concession stand. So it'll be...
So you get fed.
Well, yeah, you get a whole meal.
Awesome.
You get a whole meal and a drink. And then you get a raffle ticket. So you get your chance into some of the raffle items. And then also I'll put your name into a hat and we'll draw. And I'm giving away some of the Awakening Grace shirts and stuff. So,
Okay.
So yeah.
So it's got its real rewards besides just
Yeah.
the internal rewards too.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So yes.
Volunteering has never been so much fun.
I know, and we need volunteers. So if you can, it would be great to have, yeah, just some people that are willing to spend a couple hours with us. So,
Great.
Yeah.
So find Vanessa Harig, Harig,
Yep.
on Facebook.
Yep.
Or
you can text me or call me, 712-344-2149. Or you can always reach out to Awakening Grace on Facebook, and that will get right to me, so I can always chat with people about it then too. So,
okay,
yeah.
great.
Awesome.
You guys do so much.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that for the families that need your special kind of care are really appreciative. And it puts all of us back together a little bit more.
Absolutely, yes. I love it when a family reaches out and says thank you. And they tell us, you know, their favorite part of the care package, or they tell us what I said just a little bit, maybe one sentence of what I said just stuck with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it truly means so much to me when I know that we're helping them. It may just be me only talking to them for an hour or two one day, but it helps them for the rest of their life. And to me, that's just so important.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Yes, thank you.
Saturday, May 6th, Granville City Park, 11 a.m.
To whenever it ends.
Okay, those are the best kind.
Yes.
Beanbags, beer, great burgers.